to hear you all worshipping together. Now, we are going to have our reading, and for that, I'm going to invite our two readers, Karis and Phoebe, to come up to the front. And also, I am going to need every young person here to come forward, because Ed has got a role for you to play in our reading as well. So that's for those of you who are young, not for those of you who wish you still were young. Rude. Right, so where are some children? Yes, come on, Harringtons, lead the charge. Well done. Any kids at the back who are currently hiding? Come on, Burrells, come to the front. There's safety in numbers. Well done, Rosie. Right then. Okay, so we've got our crew. So, right. There we go. So, Karis, so Ed, are you mic'd up? You turned on?
Yeah.
Can you explain what we're going to do?
So basically, as the reading goes on, there is a phrase that is constantly repeated throughout, and we're all basically going to join in our readers by saying, "His love endures forever." Should we quickly test that? His love endures forever. Guys, if we can make sure they actually do say it, okay? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Phoebe, over to you.
Psalm 136, page 626 of your Pew Bibles. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Give thanks to the God of gods. His love endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords. His love endures forever. To him who alone does great wonders. His love endures forever. Who by his understanding made the heavens. His love endures forever. Who spread out the earth upon the waters. His love endures forever. Who made the great lights. His love endures forever. The sun to govern the day. His love endures forever. The moon and the stars to govern the night. His love endures forever. To him who struck down the firstborn of Egypt. His love endures forever. And brought Israel out from among them. His love endures forever. With a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. His love endures forever. To him who divided the Red Sea asunder. His love endures forever.
And brought Israel through the midst of it. His love endures forever. But swept Pharaoh and his army into the Red Sea. His love endures forever. To him who led his people through the wilderness. His love endures forever. To him who struck down the great kings. His love endures forever. And killed mighty kings. His love endures forever. Sihon, king of Amorites. His love endures forever. And Og, king of Bashan. His love endures forever. And gave their land as inheritance.
His love endures forever.
An inheritance to his servant Israel.
His love endures forever.
He remembered us in our low estate.
His love endures forever.
He freed us from our enemies.
His love endures forever.
He gives food to every creature.
His love endures forever.
Give thanks to the God of heaven. His
love endures forever. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Right, for those who are aged 0 to 5, there is an activity on in the corner, so please do grab your children and head on over to the corner now. The rest of you guys, though, please go and grab a seat, because I'll call you up, guys, in a minute. Brilliant. Well, morning, everyone. It's great to see you. Yes, I'm Ed Cope, the Children's and Youth Minister here at St Mary's, and it's great to be with you this morning. Now, as we start, though, I need 3 volunteers who like presents. Do I have 3 volunteers who like presents? Yep, Con, Fion. Yes, Con, you as well. We've got 1, 2. I need a third one. Phoebe or Karis, who else come up? Go on, Phoebe. Okay. Right. Go on, Fion, you can take that one. Your name is? Finley. There you go, have that one. Phoebe, you unwrap that one? So, right, you guys can now unwrap your presents. Highly choice, you can tell what goes on in our house. That's it, crack them open. Okay. Thank you, Fionn. Very organised, tidy, I like it. Okay, crack open those boxes. What we got, Fionn? We have... Finley, you have rubbish. Fionn, you have some sweets. And you've got an empty box. Okay. Fionn, are you thankful for your present? Yes. Finley, are you thankful for your present?
Yeah.
Phoebe, are you thankful for your present?
Yes.
She is thankful for an empty box. Guys, let's give you a round of applause. I'm sure Fionn will share those with you later. Thanks, Finley. Thanks, Phoebe. Now, with our volunteers, thanks, Finley. I'll scratch that up for you. When we look at the kind of presents, we might we're either a combination of thankful, couldn't see why we should be thankful, and just saw an empty box and was like, well, there's nothing to be thankful for. Now, this morning, we're going to be thinking about thankfulness and actually how this psalm shows us who it is that we should be thankful for and all that we've got to be thankful for. Now, this psalm was written by kind of a particular person, but the psalm, or kind of the psalmist is kind of like they're known for short. They were writing it because they wanted to show us that God deserves our thanks. But the thing is, we might wonder, why? Why does God deserve our thankfulness? Well, the big reason that God deserves our thankfulness is because of what he does. His actions show us why he's in a league of his own. No one is like him. He is the God of gods. He is Lord. There is no one as amazing as him. So what are the things that he has done? Well, he's created everything, from our world to the sun, the moon, the stars, all the wonders of our universe, from the smallest of bugs to the biggest of animals. God has created all of it. Now, children, who can tell me what their favourite animal is? Any child can tell me what their favourite animal is. Phoebe? A dog? Yeah. Finley? Toucan, like it. Any other kids? A wombat, nice. Yeah. Rabbit, yeah. So my favourite animal is the penguin. I just love the way that they walk, the way they can swim around. I think they're fantastic. But God didn't just create all the animals that we have, he also created the wonders within it. The things that we see in our universe that just blow our minds. Now, for me, apart from seeing my wife walk down the aisle at our wedding and the birth of our two boys, one of the things that has stuck with me for my whole life and will continue to do so was a view that I saw in South Africa from a place called Blorens Bridge. Just before I bungee jumped off into the valley, I saw this amazing view kind of out across the valley that will stay with me for the rest of my life, not just plunging to the valley floor beneath. But adults, teenagers, who can share with us an amazing wonder that they've seen in this world? Anyone? Anyone got something that's blown them away that they've seen in this world? The Milky Way. The Milky Way, yeah? The Iguazu Falls. The Grand Canyon. Ayers Rock. Niagara Falls. The Himalayas. The Northern Lights, yeah. Those are some of the things that show actually how amazing our God is, the things that he's created and the wonders within it. Why he definitely deserves our thanks. But God didn't just stop there. God didn't just create everything. He's done even more. And we see in verses 10 to 22 that he actually acts to save. You see, God's people, the Israelites, they were living in slavery in Egypt, and God acts to save them. He frees them from slavery and brings them into a new home to call their own. Now, just as God acted to save the Israelites, he's offered us a way to be saved as well. You see, he sent Jesus, oh gosh, this is heavy, to die on the cross. He did that because he wanted to offer us a way to be forgiven for all of our sin. Now, children, teenagers, can anyone tell me what sin stands for? Can any of our kind of kids tell us what sin stands for? Fionn, can you tell me? Yeah. Shove off God, I'm in charge, not you. And actually, God basically, through Jesus, forgives us amazingly for all of our sin in a way that enables us to be made friends with him. That's fantastic and shows another reason why God definitely deserves our thanks. Now, the last thing, though, that the psalmist wants us to see is in verses 23 to 25, and that is God cares. God cares for each and every one of us. God doesn't ignore us. You see, he shows us again and again and again through the Bible how much he loves us and the world around us. You see, he cares for it. Well, you could have here actually, he feeds from the fish in the sea to the birds in the sky. God provides food for them every day. And I see actually in my own life how God cares for me. How through his Holy Spirit, day by day, chipping away at my ego and my heart, actually making me more and more like Jesus. And not only that, but actually he guides me, shows me where to go in my life, which would be way beyond my kind of own reasoning and wisdom. You know, he brought me here to Horsley 10 years ago. That was definitely his guidance. You see, God's actions are amazing. Now, who else here could share an example of how God has cared for them in their life? Has anyone got an example in their lives of how God has shown care for them? Got you through cancer. Yeah. Thank you, Shelley. That's fantastic. Anyone else? Through divorce, yeah? Yeah, your children, yeah? Anyone else got an example? Mark?
Restored my relationship with my father.
Restored your relationship with your father, yeah. Sorry, yeah, thank you. Yeah. I mean, those are all examples of actually how God has cared for us in our lives. God is amazing. And actually, he deserves our thanks for his care for us every day. You see, God's actions show us why he deserves our thanks. And in short, what could we say his actions are? Well, who can remind me? What was the phrase that was repeated again and again through the psalm? His love endures forever. Yeah. His actions are loving and always will be. Now, I'm so glad that this psalm is in the Bible because it reminds me why God deserves my thanks and what I've got to be thankful for. You see, there can be times in my life where I look at it and I can wonder, well, why does God deserve my thanks? And we can all do this. We can look at our lives and we might look at our lives and just see rubbish. You know, we might just sort of look at our lives and just see rubbish. You know, I'm being bullied at school. I'm having to look after my sick parents, and it's really hard. Or I'm worried about my finances. How am I going to pay the bills with everything that's going on? We can look at our lives and just see rubbish and go, why should I be thankful? But we also might look at our lives and just see an empty box. You know, what is there to be thankful to God for? Well, that's why the psalmist is great. They remind us and show us all that God is and all that he's done and continues to do, because they know that we can lose sight of that. They show us why he's amazing, all the gifts he gives us, and how we can respond to him in thankfulness. So maybe this morning you can see for the first time all that you've got to be thankful for. Maybe you've been reminded that you've got to be thankful for all these things that God's given you. Or perhaps you've seen actually you've got even more to be thankful for than you possibly thought. wherever we are at in that, we can all grow in our thankfulness to God. Yeah, we can show it through the way that we live by growing more and more like Jesus every day. And actually saying to God, thank you for these things. So let's take this opportunity now to actually thank God. All of you should find a piece of paper or pen in front of you. And I encourage you to either write or draw something that you could thank God for. It might be something in our world that God has created. It might be the fact that actually he acted to save us, forgive us, and bring us back into friendship with him. Or it might be that actually how God has shown care to you this week or in your life that you want to thank him for. So I encourage you to do that now, and then Phil will call you up to basically come and lay your piece of paper on our table, which I'm going to set up in a sec. So let's do that now.